perfSONAR is an open source toolkit designed to help network engineers keep networks operating at peak performance by utilizing real-time monitoring and aggregating the data over time so that it's easier and more efficient to troubleshoot network issues as they arise.
International research and education networks are critical to modern science. Facilities like the Large Hadron Collider are often very large and built in one location, and thousands of scientists from around the world need networks in order to access the data and participate in the science that happens at those facilities.
Imagine you are a researcher and you're sitting on a campus, and let's just say you're in Kenya. Well, when you want to transfer a large data set to somebody, let's just say in Europe, you need to leave your campus, your physical campus infrastructure, and that means you have to pass through multiple machines just to get off your campus to get onto the National Research Education Network. From there, you're very likely to go to a point of presence or to the exit point, often a fiber optic cable that will now travel to Europe and enter yet another research education network in Europe, probably the European-wide GÉANT. Your data is now going to go to a country. It's going to enter that research education network's infrastructure. From there, it needs to go to the individual institution, pass through all of their boxes, and get to the other researcher. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate networks we had to traverse, and probably 15 or so, maybe 20 physical machines. That means you have 15 or 20 chances for something to not work as expected.
perfSONAR and a dense deployment of perfSONAR nodes around the world makes it possible to diagnose problems on networks quickly and easily, and without resorting to dozens of phone calls that are difficult to coordinate and may need to cross linguistic boundaries. It's much better to have a simple technology that everyone can rely on, that produces graphs and can help the whole community move data more effectively with less effort.
perfSONAR, if you have it on both ends, shows you what you're getting. You can go methodically machine to machine to machine and figure out where the packets are dropping, where you've got a bottleneck, what's happening.
So I think the cliche, it goes something like, you can't manage what you can't measure. And I think there is a lot of power for the network engineer, for the sysadmin, for the CIO to understand the performance of their network infrastructure. What are you capable of in terms of receiving a large scientific data file? What are you capable of in terms of streaming, say, an instrument's source data or some video related to a scientific experiment?
So if we imagine an environment where I don't have to think about speed because I have speed, I don't have to think about compute cycles because I have compute cycles, that provides a researcher, a scientist, with a green field where they don't have to worry anymore about resources, and they can just concentrate on their a specific field of expertise and try experiments without the infrastructure hindering their experiment.